Well, police say he met a 14-year-old girl online and lured her to a Columbus motel where he had sex with her. 26-year-old Stephan Cox was arrested and charged, but weeks after he posted bond, he took off for Texas, where police say he kidnapped yet another young girl. Well, tonight, police and the parents of one of those girls say the system failed. And 10 TV's Glenn McIntyre takes a closer look at what went wrong and what's being done about it.
The subject of an international manhunt, 26-year-old Stephan Cox of Columbus, was found in Mexico with 14-year-old Ruby Contreras. Police say he had met her online and kidnapped her from suburban Dallas.
I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, there goes another 14-year-old girl that's been taken away from her family by this guy who we just arrested.
Columbus Police Detective Ronald Grocky learned of Contreras' and Cox's disappearance from authorities in Texas. But he says he first became aware of Stephan Cox when Pennsylvania authorities called in January.
They called and advised us that this missing 14-year-old from Pennsylvania had stolen her mom's vehicle and was heading down to Columbus to meet up with Stephan Cox. We located him and, we advised him of the situation, and he played like he didn't know what was going on, and the whole innocent thing, well, I'll help you get her back, and then we find out that he was in a hotel with her all weekend.
Cox was charged with unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, a felony. But after 2 months in jail, he was granted bond and allowed out on house arrest.
I was totally against it. I mean, this guy committed a sexual crime against a minor.
You don't believe he was a good candidate for house arrest?
Oh, no, definitely not. Not considering the crime he committed.
Judge Charles Snyder oversees Franklin County Common Pleas Court.
We primarily handle felonies.
He says the house arrest program is a good one.
The most important thing I can say as a judge is the more alternatives we have, the better we're able to do our job. Will we get it right every time? Absolutely not. But we have a better chance of doing a better job.
Anyone under house arrest in Franklin County has their comings and goings monitored.
This is the box that is placed in an offender's house. This is the second piece that's placed on their ankles.
This monitor is the kind police say Stephan Cox cut from his ankle before fleeing to Texas.
They wear this 24/7 at all times, and this transmits a signal to this specific receiver.
Court officials stress it is not a tracking device.
All we know is he is away from the home on an authorized absence.
The house arrest system for municipal court, which handles lesser misdemeanor offenses, has GPS tracking. The system for common pleas or felony court does not. Schneider says part of the reason is cost. He also points out that GPS may not have made a difference.
There was nothing we could do to prevent Mr. Cox from cutting his bracelet and leaving. The only way we could have remedied that is to sit there and say, Mr. Cox, you're not getting a bond, you're staying in jail. And like I said, you can't do that with every single defendant.
But that's what police and parents of Cox's first alleged victim say should have happened here.
I sat in Columbus and told them exactly what was going to happen and exactly how it would happen, and it has.
We tried to express that to the prosecutor and had the prosecutor express that to the judge, and the judge let us down.
I hope that, the higher powers look at this case and say, we've got to fix this, because God forbid that another 14-year-old girl is taken again by the same person.
Judge Snyder says he sympathizes with the families involved, but says he won't second-guess the judge who authorized the house arrest.
Did the system work perfect? No. Did it have some breakdowns? Absolutely. Will we look at it and figure out where we can fix it? Sure, but will it always work perfectly? Absolutely not.
Glenn McIntyre reporting there. We spoke to Judge Michael Holbrook by phone today. He released Cox on house arrest. Judge Holbrook said if he had continued to keep him in jail, he risked violating Cox's right to a speedy trial. And if that happened, he says, Cox might never have been prosecuted. Tonight, Cox remains jailed in Texas, awaiting charges there.